Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the live post-game edition of Dodgers Territory. I'm Alanna Rizzo. That is Clint Pasillas. I wish we had better news, but the good news is you can check out our Dodgers Territory shop. That's always a positive thing, right? I love it. Don't forget to check it out, guys. You can scan the QR code you see right there. If you're watching us, click the store button here on YouTube, support the show in style. DodgersTerritoryShop.com. And also don't forget to rate us 5 stars, like and subscribe
Yep.
to Dodgers Territory Podcast on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. This stinks. They
Yeah.
have not played well. They've not played
No.
well going into the break. We thought that the break was going to help them so much. So far, not so much, Clint. It has a kind of a head shaker. Like, I just don't. This is a bummer. Like
Yeah.
it's bumming me out a little bit. What's your take on it?
Yeah. Elisheva Jones saying in the chat, this game was sad. And it kind of,
Mhm.
that's a good way of putting it. It was a sad game. It was a bad game. Dreadful, pitiful, ugly, not clean, more sloppy baseball for the Dodgers as, don't care 187 says in the chat we suck. Yeah, they do suck pretty bad right now. Seven, I think it was 7 walks, maybe more walks now. I did that earlier in the game, but couple of errors in there, 4 unearned runs given up to the Twins. Just a painful series in more ways than one because you also have Tanner Scott's injury yesterday. We'll talk about Scott in a little bit. Ben Kasparius exits with an injury. Thankfully, it doesn't appear to be as serious. But yeah, that's I like to say our pets' heads are falling off. This is a pets' heads are falling off like timeline we're on for the Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, you get swept by the Milwaukee Brewers, and no disrespect to the Milwaukee Brewers, not even just swept by them at home. I mean, for the season series, the Brewers are 6-0 against the
Hmm.
Dodgers. That's a crappy, crappy way to start the second half of the season. And then Minnesota comes in there. And all I said going into the series, Clint, yesterday when you and I had our show, that would have been game one yesterday, is that you just have to win this series against the Minnesota Twins. I mean, the Twins are a beatable team. I mean, they have a
Yeah.
decent record. They're kind of like, sitting around 500, whatever. And we just looked flat. We just look uninspired. And again, I'm never saying it's because of the lack of effort. I don't believe that at all. Joel saying no time to panic, but time to accept that this team is not very good. I'd say, Joel, that they're not very good right now. And I
Right
did
now.
say this yesterday, is that there will be a regression to the mean. And I know that I
Hmm.
keep saying it, but I truly believe that at the end of the season, the
Yeah.
Dodgers will be exactly where they need to be. I mean, this is not going to be the team that we have. It's just too long of a period of time where they're not playing inspired, clean, crisp baseball.
Yeah. Why do you think that is? Like it just feels there's something off. It's late July. It can't be a World Series hangover at this point.
No.
What kind of goes on? I mean, shit, you were in that locker room when this team had that awful, what is it, lost 17 of 21 games in 2017. That was pretty bad. They ultimately turned it around, but what was the kind of vibe like in the clubhouse then?
I think they just know that they're going to come out of it, right? I mean, as a fan base, and as you and I covering it, obviously as fans and reporters of this team and people that cover this team, it's like we want every night for them to go out and put up a 10 spot and play the most unbelievable baseball and have it be 10-0 every single night, and that's just not reality. I think what's so hard to swallow is that this seems like it's been a prolonged. We forget about the 17 losses, in a row or whatever it was, 14 losses in a row or whatever it was in 2017. We forget about that time, but this is not the first time the Dodgers have gone through this
Yeah.
slump. I think we desperately need some serious relievers. And this was before Tanner Scott. I mean, Yamamoto didn't have an unbelievable start. That's
No.
part of the problem, right? I mean,
He
we haven't
battled.
had guys. He did, but we haven't had guys be able to go into deep into ball games. We've talked about that, how it was going to just absolutely disseminate your bullpen when starters aren't going to, it's going to catch up to them, right? This is
Yeah.
not a sustainable formula of what can happen when starters can't go deep into the games and the bullpen is tired. The bullpen is taxed. There's bullpen arms that are not quality arms right now, and
Yeah.
they desperately need some relievers. And that was before Tanner Scott was stinking. And that was before Tanner Scott got hurt. So
Yeah.
if we thought that they were going to go after a relief pitching at the deadline. Now they're definitely going after relief pitching at the deadline.
The conversation might honestly be two arms. We'll touch on this game, guys. By the way, keep sounding off in the comments. Love the chat so far. People treating this like a therapy session, which is what it should be. We understand this team isn't as bad as what we're seeing right now.
That's true.
Joel also had said this in the chat. We're 2/3 into the season. We keep talking about when they get right. Maybe they're not going to get right this year. And, sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens with baseball teams. It sucks. I think this team still does have a butt ton of talent, and I don't think they're always ready to utilize their 40-man roster in the right way, or even the full organization. I think there are some dudes at the minor league levels that could help this ball club in some way, shape, or form that they don't feel like pulling the trigger on, whether it be somebody like a Ryan Ward, who's having a phenomenal year, can't play defense really for, save his life, but he's having a great year with the bat, hitting over 300, 26 bombas. Alex Friedland at AAA is doing some things down there. Jackson Ferris is starting to have a pretty good year down at AA. They have some pieces. They can do something. Move Bobby Miller to the bullpen already. See what you have there. We got $10 from Kevin Uhas. Says make the pain stop.
But Kevin, where the pain started? You know where the pain started? When Max Muncy went down. Clint, what is the record of this team when Muncy left when Kirsch hit 3,000 strikeouts and Muncy got hit in the knee? What is their record since Muncy's been out of the lineup?
Yes, since that game, Dodgers are now 4-11 without Max, and it is painfully evident they are missing a run producer in the middle of that lineup. They are missing a field general. Not so much that he is somebody that's going to keep them accountable, but I think indirectly, Max Muncy's the type of dude who keeps the team accountable. He's just
he also is a stabilizing presence.
He's a guy that's a dude.
He's the middle. Yeah, he's the middle. He's a middle of the order bat. He's a stabilizing presence. He forces the opposition to throw a lot of pitches. He's patient at the plate. He gets on base. Even when he wasn't hitting, his OBP was still pretty good. There's just something about him in that lineup that is a good thing. And
it's a steadying presence.
It is, yeah. They just don't look good right now. They just don't look good right now.
Alana, you're a steadying presence as well, because Noah sent us $1.99 super chat saying, thanks for staying awake for the pain. Alana.
You're welcome, Noah. Thanks for saying that, and thank you for being here. All right, I'm finally on board with it. It is time to
make some
get
trades.
rid of Conforto. Conforto's gotta go.
That's another shot for me. Let's go.
Yeah.
Special days, kids.
It's time to go.
Do you want? Can we be positive for like 35 seconds?
For sure.
Andy fucking Pajes sends a ball to the baseball to the moon.
To the moon. A 3-run shot to the moon.
3-run shot to the moon. Haesung Kim, 2-run single in the 6th inning, brought the game back into being something. And then, of course, Shohei Ohtani, 2-run bomb, almost meaningless homer.
But you were like, pad your stats. Pad your stats. When we were watching the game, waiting for it to end, Clint's like, pad your stats. Pad your stats. I mean, that was a garbage home run, but good for him. I mean, he's like, here we go, Big Dumper. We're our producer, Mark. By the way, happy birthday to our boss, Mark Wiener. He was saying, here, Shohei Ohtani's trying to catch the Big Dumper. But yeah, I mean, whatever. It's good for him. But we look crappy today. We do. We look crappy.
Robbie Soto with the 199 super chat saying we're also missing our other two-way player in Kike Hernandez. Kike, he's another one of those veteran steadying forces, even if he's not in the lineup day in and day out. But yeah, you're just seeing. I wouldn't say that these are dudes that are not playing like as a team. Anything. It's nothing like that. Obviously, we don't question the effort. We don't question the front office and the coaching staff. I don't question. People may do that in the chat. It's not a lack of effort. It is just as many bad things that can happen all at the same time keep happening.
Mookie's got a hit, man. Mookie's got a hit.
Where you could flip the conversation though is, and we'll do this and we'll take a break and then we'll talk about how to fix the team or whatever. I don't even know necessarily that it's fixed the team, but where you can fault the team is running, as you said, Michael Conforto out there. Guess what? he hit into a double play today, and he had so much fun doing it that he did it twice. 10 double plays on the season for Michael Conforto.
But you said you thought it was 40. You looked
I
up the numbers and you're
There
like, it's
has to
got
be
to
a
be
typo.
40, you know, you're like, well, first you thought it was 9, and then you're like, no, it's actually 10. It is closer to 40.
Yeah.
You really thought he had hit into 40 double plays.
It feels like
That's
40.
what it feels like, it right? Yeah,
But
that's
what
what it
I'm
feels like.
wondering is, we were told early in the season by Doc, like, hey, he's going to get his 150 at bats, and then we'll kind of assess from there. We have passed
Time. It's time.
150
I mean, like
bats.
I was a big Michael Conforto proponent. I remember, and I've said this 1,000 times, when they signed him in the offseason, I was like, yes, I love it. I
Yeah.
love the left-handed bat. I love that it's going to lengthen the lineup. I love his defense in the outfield. It just has not panned out. Not saying he's a bad guy. Not saying he's a bad clubhouse guy. He's a great clubhouse guy. He's a good dude. When I had a conversation with Dave Roberts, he said, you know, he's just a really good guy. And I believe that. I believe that. But that, like, you can't, this isn't, there's got to be somebody out there. I don't know who's having a worse season, Michael Conforto or freaking Connor Wong of the Red Sox, who has had one RBI. One RBI. It's July 23rd.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. Listen, it's worse out, but the thing is, we're Dodgers fans, so we only care. Former Dodger Connor Wong, right there, big part, huge part of that Mookie Betts trade. Don't care. 187 with $2 super chat. Thank you very much. As we need another Jack Kopech Tommy trade, and I think it will be multiple players. And I've said this now for the last couple of weeks online. It's not going to be Andrew going out and getting one arm here and one outfield bat over there or whatever. It's going to have to be the Twins and Buxton plus Duran, even though that's not going to happen. Sorry to break people's hearts. So we'll talk more about that. How about
I don't want Byron Buxton. I do not want Byron Buxton.
Center fielder. This team needs a center fielder.
No.
How about we have this conversation after a break? You down for that? All right, guys. We're going to be back after a quick word from our friends at Foul Territory.
Kratz, what do? I'm in a bind and I need to make some food at home. I would like it to be home cooked, but I don't want to deal with any of the grocery crap.
HelloFresh, get it done. And they'll start to know when you're in a bind, and they'll figure it out for you, sending something new whenever you order it. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, it is. And there are dozens of menu items to choose from each week. They can also help you out if you need a little assistance. They can kind of cater to what your needs are or what your preferences are. They'll do a little Q&A session for you, and then you can be the star at home. Kratz is a superstar dad at home for his HelloFresh expertise. And if you want to get involved, then you can make sure that your summer is more enjoyable and delicious at HelloFresh.com/FT10FM. Get 10 free meals with a free item for life when you do that. HelloFresh.com/FT10FM. One per box with an active subscription. Free meals are applied as a discount on the first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan.
All right. I love it. HelloFresh is the bomb. I appreciate them very much for being a part of the Foul Territory family. Let's talk about Tanner Scott. We had thought, Clint, that we needed to figure something out. Apparently, maybe there was an injury component to why he was not playing as well. Maybe he was on the way to the point where he felt that stinger, and now he is on the IL. So again, the thought that they were going to go after bullpen arms has even been exacerbated, if you will, with the injury to Tanner Scott. Jack Harris, give him a follow. Dodgers officially putting Scott on the IL with what they're calling elbow inflammation. That scares me. Elbow, anything elbow inflammation or forearm strain or anything like that makes me very nervous. And obviously that's why right-handed pitcher Alexis Diaz is back. I don't know, dude, this sucks. Like, I mean, how many freaking bullpen arms are we going to lose? I know that Tanner or Blake Trinan seems to be on his way back, and that will be a massive, massive boost. But you can only expect Blake Trinan to throw a certain amount of bullpen innings. I mean, he's not a starter. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of other bullpen arms that are down. So who is this team going after? He's old now.
And he's older now. By the way, again, also to talk about this, I got was called a calf cramp for Ben Kasparius. Exit the game. Shouldn't be, hopefully, anything too major, but for what it's worth, Kasparius has been, as much as I loved him over the first couple of months, my dude has been doo-doo over the last month and change, coming on 2 months now, ever since they kind of shuffled him back and forth with saying, hey, you're going to go to the rotation. And then he didn't actually go to the rotation. He went to a bulk role and didn't really have an exact role, defined role.
Do you buy the calf cramp when he's grabbing a hamstring?
Maybe he didn't feel like bending down. Maybe he was lazy. Maybe he made it up because he had the bases loaded and had nothing going for him tonight. But yeah,
Maybe. I mean, listen, I can deal with that. I can deal with that if he's like, I just don't have it tonight. Ow, my calf hurts.
Yeah.
Ow, my hamstring hurts.
Get me out of here for sure, which is what I had texted you around 8 o'clock. It's like, hey, they have a 1 o'clock game tomorrow if we want to not do this tonight, when the game looked like it was going 45 hours long. But yeah, getting back to the root of what you were saying there, the team is definitely going to have to be active at the trade deadline, and I'm now wondering if it needs to be 2 arms. Like, I don't know how you even pull off 2 bullpen arms. That's expensive. And there are a lot of teams.
Super expensive. And Andrew Friedman does not like to overpay on relief arms. I mean, that's something they didn't even want to have to get into this point. I don't think that they imagined that they were going to have so many bullpen arms down at this juncture. What's also interesting too is that they need relief help pretty bad. So then I'm thinking, okay, again, let's move Dustin May to the freaking bullpen. However, there seems to be a possibility that Dustin May have an inkling. And again, this is all speculation. Guys. I don't have any inside information, but listen to this thing or this piece of sound from our friend Dave Essay, who is the host of Dodgers Talk on AM 570, about what he thinks potentially could happen to Dustin May.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I saw Dustin May after the game last night, taking photos with his wife on the field. And, his name has come up in trade rumors, and that very well could have been the last time Dustin May pitched at Dodger Stadium wearing a Dodger uniform, because the trade deadline will be on July 31st. He's a free agent at the end of the year. The Dodgers are getting healthy pitching-wise. His name has been rumored to be out there as an available arm to help the Dodgers complete a trade. So I'm not sure if that was a coincidence or it wasn't lost on him that there was a possibility that could be the last time he took the mound at Dodger Stadium wearing that blue.
If it was the last time, he had himself a heck of a ball game in relief of Shohei Ohtani. Of course, Dave Essay speculating there, did not get any sort of inside information from Dustin May, but Riz, we've kind of talked about this when you're looking at the makeup of this roster and the 40-man roster, and particularly the pitching staff, and knowing some of the guys who are coming back. Blake Snell's probably got one more minor league rehab start. They already put D-May in a bulk game, in relief. If there is somebody to be moved for the sake of space and the sake of clearly not having a role, and maybe they've had a conversation about pitching in relief and he's like, I don't want to do that, Dustin May is somebody who could be kind of this year's James Paxton, this year's Ross Stripling, where he's traded away from a World Series contending team. And I say that understanding how they've looked over the last couple of weeks. But I would not be shocked. And if they could also throw in Michael Conforto, I will drive them both to the airport.
Wow.
Respectfully.
I don't know that they're going in the same car, but I would also be very surprised if Dustin May was saying, no, I don't want to do that. I think he would, if they asked him to go to the bullpen, I think that he would. But, and again, Dave was very honest too. He doesn't know if that's what was happening. I mean, we could totally be looking into it. I mean, if that is the last time he's in a Dodger uniform, he leaves with the W. He came in relief for Shohei Ohtani. He picked up the win in the game, and that was it. I don't know what the answer is, but I do know this. I do know that relief help is going to be incredibly pricey because every single team that's contending, and honestly, with the third wild card in each league, there's a lot of teams that are contending, right?
Yeah.
So any single team that's contending wants bullpen help, and you're going to have to overpay for it from the teams that are not contending. You're going to have to overpay for bullpen help, and that's exactly what they didn't want to do. Now, as far as money is concerned, do the Dodgers have it? Of course, but you're going to have to pay a very high price tag because everyone's going after the same arms. And it's not like there's a ton of arms sitting out there just like waiting to be picked up. So it's going to have to take a lot in terms of a trade to get the two arms that you're going to need in terms of the bullpen, because this is a team that's built for October, and this is a team that's only buying shit to win. Like they're not like, we're not thinking about 2026. We're thinking about October of 2025.
Yeah. And that's how they should. This team, this front office loves to look ahead as well at 26, 27, 28, if there's even baseball in 28. But that's another whole conversation and a much sadder point in our lives. You have arms internally. I saw somebody say in the chat, like, is they really going to mention Bobby Miller to the bullpen again? But the reality is he is somebody who can be moved to that bullpen and potentially help fix a hole. Same with Dustin May. Same with Emmett Sheehan down the road. You don't need 5 or 6 starters when you get to the postseason. So that could help the Dodgers a good bit, just having to go out and get one starter. But if it is, one bullpen arm, one reliever. But if it is just the one, this dude needs to be premium. It needs to be somebody that is at the top of the game, whether it be a Duran, a Class A.
Who is that though, right? Like who? I mean, they're not. I don't
Felix
see
Bautista,
Duran.
somebody.
Maybe that's who I see, because the Orioles will move him, right?
Yeah.
The Orioles will move Felix Bautista. I don't see the Guardians moving Class A. I don't see the Twins moving Johan Duran.
Hey,
but I mean, Felix
prospects move. They make things happen.
Sure. Yeah. I guess.
I would think it was just random chatter between a couple of people. Another one, Mark, bringing up in the chat here, or in our internal chat.
I would die for
Mason Miller. Of course, that's somebody Ken talked about on Fair yesterday morning. If the A's, I think this was Ken Rosenthal's quote, if the A's make Mason Miller available, the Dodgers are going to have a very significant interest in him, as they should, because he's somebody that's a better version of a Michael Kopech and is healthy, which Kopech is not at the moment.
It's so funny. Alex Renteria in our chat said, poor Alanna, she looks so tired. This season is wearing her out. Alex, it's 1:45 in the morning where I live. It has nothing to do with the season. Yeah. But I love you. Thanks for telling me I look tired. I love you, buddy.
Bautista is the only realistic option, according to OG.
I like his. I like OG Martinez's avatar there. Peppers. I mean, I don't know. Elisheva Jones, Mason Miller. Could you imagine? I mean, what an infusion of, oh my God, would that bring? If the Dodgers got Mason Miller, like, you would just feel like your season's saved. Not to say that any one person could be the savior, but what an injection of joy.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, you know what? Throw in Brent Rooker while we're at it. I talked about this earlier on my All Dodgers channel. Why not? he can hit. He can hit like a mofo. We don't need to talk about the defense, but I don't know. Why
don't you just get Severino while you're at it? Let's just take over the Sacramento A's and just bring them all to.
Somebody had also mentioned that, like, you could probably, if they do that thing the Dodgers love to do and eat some salary of a bad contract, Sevy, come on down. And
why not? Didn't they give him like $40 million? Cool, I'll
60?
Take it.
Something weird.
60? But 60. That's right. They spent a lot of money.
I don't know that the Dodgers are going to be as active on the bat side of the ledger, at least as active as we hope, and this is called a tease because
they don't need to.
We're going to talk about this. Hold on, we're going to talk about this after one more break. You guys are going to hear from us talk about something, and then we'll be back and we're going to talk about another little quote from Dave Roberts today. So be right back.
Nothing beats relaxing on a hot summer day and watching baseball. And the simplest way to get in on the action is to download the Pick Six app from DraftKings.
Yeah, it's crazy simple. You just pick more or less on the stats for 2 or more of your favorite players, and boom, you're in the mix for big cash prizes. Nail your picks, and then you start heating up. Pick Six brings upside and payouts up to 500 times.
Pick Six from DraftKings is the most fun way to play fantasy sports. Download the DraftKings Pick Six app now and use code FOUL. That's code FOUL for new customers to get a special sign-up offer. Better payouts, bigger wins, only with Pick Six from DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 and over. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick Six not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see picksix.draftkings.com/promos.
All right, a couple more minutes here on Dodgers territory tonight. Of course, the Dodgers lose. That's always fun. The Dodgers need some help. We all know they need bullpen help. You don't think they need offensive help. I fully believe they do. Before we both share our opinions about that, this was something from Dave Roberts today via our friends at Dodger Blue 1958. Dave is betting, and I'm assuming this is the side you're taking as well, betting on the hitters rebounding, and the focus is going to be on the relievers on at the trade deadline. Someone that can take down whatever. We don't care so much about the quote, but betting on their hitters rebounding.
I agree.
To the Conforto talk.
They're too good of an offense to continue to play that the way. I mean, now granted, Mookie's got to get back to Mookie. That's huge, right?
Yeah.
They need Muncy healthy. If Mookie can improve to even where he was, and they can get Muncy back, I have no doubt Freddie's fine. No doubt Shohei's okay. Teoscar's got to fit. I mean, yes, I do believe that this team has enough offensive talent where they don't necessarily need to focus on that at the trade deadline. They need arms more than they need bats. Mm-hmm. I do believe the bats will figure it out. See, this is so funny. Should have kept Gavin Lux. Like, this is like, no, they should not have. They should not have.
You leave Eminem Addict alone. By the way,
bring Lux back?
No. I love Gavin. We have a nice
so do I love Gavin too.
Love relationship.
It has nothing to do with it. I just
he's having a nice season in Cincy. It was one of those situations where I think the change of scenery is good for him. Plus, the kid that they got, Sirota, I forget his name, Mike Sirota, I think. He's having a really, really good year. Granted, it's only down at like high A ball, but he is somebody who could either be a big-time trade piece for this team. It could be like, I mean, this is way overdoing it.
When they traded Gavin Lux, we still had Chris Taylor and Kike Hernandez, so that was different as well.
Rest in peace.
I mean,
rest in peace, CT3. But I think of another Dodgers Reds trade that got them some trade pieces, trade chips to send away, and Jeter Downs and the other kid who escapes me my name right, or Josiah Gray. Both of those guys ended up being massive pieces in later trades. Of course, one for Marcus Lynn Betts, the other guy going for Trey Turner and Max Scherzer.
And for the
I don't know
Nationals,
this Sirota guy is ready for that right now.
Well, that was also Keibert Ruiz too. We got rid of him. Remember?
Yeah. How about? I mean, Dalton Rushing, people are still going to have interest in him. The Dodgers have the pieces to go out and get anybody they want or anybody they need. I just really hope that if they're going and talking to teams, it is for their best relief arm and it is for one of their top two best outfielders.
Okay, so if Dalton Rushing is a trade piece, who's our backup catcher?
Hunter Fiducia. He's ready to go. He's just rotting away at AAA
you
anyways.
Have been on him forever. Okay.
I'm just saying. I think we need to.
I do think the bats will wake up.
They will wake up for sure. I mean, if you flash back, even when the Dodgers had lost 6 in a row before rattling off those 2 wins against the Giants and going into the All-Star break, I think they were still leading the league in OPS, in average, and runs scored. They are not since, but it's still a very lethal offense. What do you got?
Beerusama, Hunter Fettuccine.
I love that I'm having a moment here, and I just hear your ass laughing in the corner. Guys, this is what you get. You got 2 a.m. stoned Riz right here.
Whoa.
That's stoned. Not stoned, but
I'm not. I'm just giddy. I'm just
the late night giggles. The late night giggles.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but this is crappy. I really thought okay, going into the break, they looked like garbage. And I'm like, all right, the break will be good. Mm-hmm. And they still don't look really, really great. They don't look really, really great.
I got faith. I have some faith, like you, that they are going to be less really, really bad at baseball, or at least look really less bad than they are right now. But
You said something earlier, and I don't know if it was like actually on the show or you and I were just talking, but you're like, our outfielders suck. I mean, the routes that some of these guys are running, like, and God bless them, I no longer want to send Andy Pajes to the moon, but thank you.
fans. had to put that up there. By the way, Birasama is stoned.
Oh, well, good for him. I'm not. But the routes that Outman and Pajes run sometime, I'm like,
in the ninth inning together, yeah, that was
oh my God.
Yeah. Listen, Pajes still has his moments where he
doing?
doesn't want to take charge. He wasn't in center, so it wasn't necessarily his ball. And communication. Those two dudes haven't played a whole lot at the big league level together.
Bad news bears out there sometimes, right? Like we just don't have, and that's where you wish that Conforto could hit a ball, could bat, because I would much prefer Conforto out there and Teoscar to be healthy and all the things.
You want some breaking news? Breaking
Sure.
news. Tanner Scott is not dead. This coming from Dodgers Insider. I can't get the picture on the TV right now, as the kids say. But Tanner Scott's not going to throw for the next couple of days after an MRI showed inflammation in the left arm. Sonia Chen added there was no ligament damage. He's going to be shut down from a couple of days ago from there, so maybe that's good news. I still have been saying the last almost 24 hours, I believe it would be a shock to see him back like sometime mid to late September. I think they shut him down for a little bit longer, but maybe you only need the one arm now.
I mean,
one bullpen arm.
I don't know. I don't know. Andrew Friedman's like, hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
We should have him on the show.
Hey.
Do you just go straight to voicemail right now? I'm imagining.
Well,
one, it's 10. I guess he's probably awake over here. It's only 10:50 for me. It's almost 2 a.m. for you, so maybe we should sign off, Riz. What do you think about that?
Yeah, but I'm gonna work on Andrew for Thursday.
Listen, if you can get Andrew Friedman on Thursday somehow, I will send you a
What are you gonna give me if I get?
I'm gonna send you
Friedman
a big fat gift card to a nice restaurant with a big fat bottle of wine for you, because I know how to take care of Riz. Feed her and get her drunk on wine. Does that work?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. All right.
But only if you get Friedman.
Not Roberts. I have to have Friedman.
I would feel Dave.
Somebody in the
kind of
front
bad.
office.
I feel bad for Dave, to be honest, if he joins us. We'll figure that out. How about we have this conversation off air? Guys, somebody might be joining us on Thursday on the Dodgers off day, so it is worth I think they're off. Anyways, I don't know. They've been playing like they're off already. They were off today, and we should be off the air now. So, guys, we appreciate you hanging out with us. Hopefully everybody feels sufficiently therapized, if that's how we say it, because this was some good therapy.
You guys, we're still going to be okay. We're still going to be okay. Carl says Joe Biden can pitch better than these relievers. And on that note, Clint and I will see you guys on Thursday, regular time, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. Hopefully we're talking about a couple of wins. Go Dodgers.
Yeah. Also, yes, I feel bad for Dave, but not Andrew Friedman. Okay, bye.